Imagine this, a diet app where you don't have to weigh or log a single item. All you have to do is snap a photo and AI will tell you the calories and macros. Sounds like the future, right? Like something out of a sci-fi movie. Well, it is. It is a fantasy. Because that's exactly what Cal AI, the app we're talking about today, promises and fails to deliver. My name is Otto, and in this video we're going to do a deep dive into the deception of Cal AI, a company I believe is scamming millions of dollars a month out of people who are looking for real results. The story of Cal AI starts with a 17-year-old coding prodigy named Zach Yedigari. Zach wasn't new to the game. He started coding when he was 12 and had his first app on the App Store not too long after. His first real taste of viral success came from a website he built called totallyscience.co, which bypassed school's firewall so that kids could play games in class. It was a clever, almost rebellious move that earned him a cool $100,000 when he sold it in high school. That's a huge win, and it taught him a critical lesson that he would later take with him to Cal AI. A simple, viral idea can be incredibly profitable.
They were primarily just me in the middle of class recording my computer screen saying, with the text-to-speech, I was bored in class, so I built an unblocked games website. I think it was just such an inherently viral idea and stuff that kids in school so badly wanted. I was 13, actually 14, making a few $100s a day. After that,
Zach and his other co-founder Henry started creating mobile apps together. Their first project together was a mobile app called Grind Clock, which was a motivational alarm clock.
I'm back, motherfucker! And I thought that there was a lot of potential to get into consumer apps. That's when I started to build Grind Clock.
According to Zach, it had a low conversion rate due to it being a free service with a premium option. This led them to their next venture where they saw an opportunity in the outdated state of MyFitnessPal.
The calorie tracking apps in the App Store have been around for years, and they've all been super outdated and antiquated. MyFitnessPal, everyone knows it as a convoluted app that's hard to use, and I had to quit after 3 days. It was super annoying to track my calories.
They partnered with Blake Anderson, another AI developer known for UMax and RizGPT, which is an AI wingman. Together, the team created Cal AI, an app that uses artificial intelligence to assess photos of food to determine their calories. The combination of tech and health came with high virality and success, except it didn't work. So, is Cal AI a scam? Well, to answer that, let's look at what the definition of a scam is. A dishonest scheme to gain money or possessions from someone fraudulently. A scam is about deception and profit. When you apply that to Cal AI, the pieces start to fit. The app is inaccurate, it's focused on making money, and is built around a promise that doesn't actually work. The biggest lie is the one about vision scanning accuracy. After testing 8 different AI calorie tracking apps, including Cal AI and all of its clones, the results were shocking. Not a single one of them broke 82% accuracy. The best of the bunch was an app named Fastic, which came in at a whopping 81% accuracy. Now 81% sounds alright, right? In school, that's a solid B, but in dieting, 81% is an abomination of a joke. It's like trying to drive a car with one of your tires missing and saying it's fine. We still got 3. The margin for error in dieting is incredibly small. If you're trying to create a 5% deficit, a miscalculation, even if it's small, can completely derail your progress. Now, this is where Cal AI comes in, and its company claims that it's 90% accurate.
Where we'll finally be able to get a result that's about 90% accurate on average.
Which sounds impressive, but in my own testing, the results were consistently below 80%. Let's do the math on that. An 80% accuracy means that your 5% deficit could easily become a 5% surplus. The app tells you that you're on track to lose weight, but in reality, you're gaining it back. It's a perfect example on how relying on a tool that is mostly accurate can lead to 0 results. Here's a breakdown of my test meals. The blue line is the actual calorie estimate after weighing the food on a food scale, and the orange line is Cal AI's assessment after taking a photo. As you can see, on some meals, mainly the pre-packaged meals, it was close. But any home-cooked meals and even a delivery pizza was way off. Dieting is pretty complex, but it can be done with 2 simple data points: body weight data and caloric data. With Cal AI, you can't reliably get one of these data points, so how are you going to diet effectively? This leads people to yo-yo dieting, confusion, and a never-ending cycle looking for the quick fix. Zach took lessons from his website and built Cal AI around them. The app was made with the sole purpose of virality over functionality. It's all about marketability over usefulness.
Yeah, and this is something where it only really works with apps that are inherently viral. This is also why Totally Science, I simply just recorded my computer screen and the videos all went viral because the idea, it was so inherently viral that people saw it, they loved it, they wanted it, they shared it to their friends like, hey, let's use this in class.
The founder even admits that the app is not as accurate as people had hoped, yet they built their business model around the very lie they know is wrong.
Yeah, so something surprising was that people expected the AI scanning to be much more accurate than it was. They expected it to have almost X-ray vision, which obviously anyone that's slightly technical will understand is not the case. The iPhone camera is not capable of that. But regular consumers, I guess you have to adjust what you think is the baseline for intelligence and lower it a lot when you're creating these apps for people to make it a lot simpler of a user experience and almost to the point where it's foolproof. So we had to really work on educating users to understand how to use the technology. Now we have a whole guide when you do your first scan.
The deception runs so deep that even their onboarding screen asks questions that has nothing to do with calculating your recommended diet and everything to do with just getting you to that buy now screen. But this is not the only deception. This is where the real disconnect happens. Influencer marketing. Cal AI has a roster of over 150 fitness influencers marketing their app, using AI assistants to gather even more every day, as seen in Colin Smith's video.
See, this is how I don't understand and don't respect you if you promote Cal AI, because this shit is just dumb as fuck. So obviously they hit me up, and then I said, fuck no, y'all gotta be money laundering, because fuck no, y'all gotta be money laundering. And then they say, thanks for the candid reply, blah, blah, blah. And then what happens after? Checking in to see what your thoughts were on our last email. You guys have AIs running the emails as well. There's no way this is a real fucking person.
And every single video they post shows the app's most appealing feature, the AI photo scan. The founders know that this is the app's viral hook. The videos are often sped up to hide the app's long loading times and hardly ever show the influencer correcting the calories, which would be necessary in most cases. This creates a dangerous implication that 1, the app works perfectly accurately, and 2, that the influencers got their amazing physiques by using this app. It's a brilliant yet deceptive tactic. We are conditioned to trust these influencers and to trust that their physiques were attained by using this app, to believe that they know what they're doing and that their results are attainable through this app. But the truth is, many of the people you see online are genetically gifted on performance-enhancing drugs or have baseline behaviors that keep them lean. A lot of the times, and I've met these people, they are not counting calories, and they've likely never used an app like this to get to where they are physically. They're selling a fantasy that would never work for the average person. Growing up obese, I would always reach out to the best looking people I knew and ask them how they got in shape. More often than not, they didn't count calories. They just had different habits, different behaviors, different baselines. Some would just cut out pop for a week or cut out bread because that's what worked for them. And that's not a knock on them. But the problem starts when they start promoting what other people should do, pretending they know what they're talking about, or trying to coach others. Or in this case, promoting an app that they never truly relied on. This leads to a never-ending cycle of 1, watching an influencer with a great body who looks like they know what they're doing. 2, trying their suggested app or program. 3, seeing no results or even worse results. 4, resigning to the fact that maybe your body isn't meant to be lean, or maybe you're just built this way, or that maybe you have a slow metabolism. 5, repeating the cycle. Obesity is an epidemic, and apps like Cal AI are just making things worse. They prey on people's desperation, offering a magic bullet that doesn't exist. This company is profiting from misinformation and confusing people who are genuinely trying to take care of their health. It's a dangerous cycle that leads to yo-yo dieting, confusion, and ultimately giving up. This isn't just about a bad app. It's about a company that's willingly misleading its customers, and looks like it's going to try to do it again.
We have a huge network of health and fitness influencers. So while I won't announce publicly yet what the next apps will be, they're going to fall under the category of health and fitness, so we can easily plug them in and blow them up to similar numbers as Cal AI extremely fast.